You may not have heard of the Lucid Air, and why should you, given that it's built in California and won't be going on sale in the UK anytime soon. Yet, in its way, the Air could be one of the most significant cars on the planet right now, and there are numerous reasons why. One, it's been created by the same core team that helped Elon Musk set up Tesla, so they know a thing or two about how to make world-altering EVs. Two, although it won't be going on sale in the UK, it's now officially on sale in mainland Europe with an entry-level model that costs around 80 grand, has a real-world range of over 400 miles, does 0 to 62 in less than 4 seconds, and is all wrapped up in a design that's just been named World Luxury Car of the Year. There are 3 different models to choose from, the one you see here being the mid-spec Touring, which costs around 94 grand. This comes with a 92 kilowatt-hour battery pack, dual electric motors, 620 bhp and a whopping 1200 newton meters of torque. In the flesh, the Air looks stunning, but what's it like to drive?
It's so instantly impressive on the move, is the Lucid Air. It's one heck of a car, this, I tell you. It really, really is. I spent quite a lot of time talking to the engineers, and they all are so committed to the cause of just trying to make the absolute best vehicle that they possibly can. Best luxuriant, sporting EV. And flipping hell have they hit the nail on the head with this thing. I don't really see what you're supposed to be able to compare it with. Maybe a Porsche Taycan. It goes like an absolute train, but it's not the performance that is blowing me away with this car. It's how well rounded it is, how beautifully it rides, how nicely it steers, how much feel there is through the brakes. This is an EV that's absolutely bubbling with feel. This is an EV that's really good to drive. You've got 3 modes: smooth, swift and sprint. Let's put it in sprint. When you select sprint, you've got to press confirm as well, because you do get Jesus Christ, you do get a lot more beans. And if it sounds like I'm describing a kind of high performance saloon, like an M car or AMG, it kind of feels a little bit as like it's a rival to one of those cars, and yet you look at it and it's a total luxury limo saloon. You get in the back where there is acres of space and it feels like a luxury saloon.
Thanks to some genius packaging of its batteries and motors, the Air is no bigger than a Mercedes E-Class on the outside, yet offers more space than an S-Class on the inside. It also has 2 boots that offer a total of 910 litres of space, or you can drop the rear seats completely to unleash 1,834 litres of potential luggage space.
Don't laugh, but the one in the front is called the Fruit. Front boot, Fruit. The one in the back is called the Trunk, the Boot. The packaging in this car, well, it's like the rest of it. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely superb. So you get acres and acres of genuinely limousine style amounts of legroom in the back, tons of room up the front, and yet it's shorter than a Taycan. The other thing that's really nice and really surprising about the Lucid Air is just how nice the cabin is, how high quality and well judged all the materials are. It feels like the product of a manufacturer that's been doing this sort of stuff for absolutely decades and doing it really well for decades. But that's because basically they've employed the best in the business. The people who have made this car made the Tesla Model S. A long time ago, Elon Musk decided to make cars, and he got his checkbook out and got what were at the time the best in the business to come and work for him. Well, those people have subsequently gone to Lucid and made this car, and they all say that they learnt from many mistakes that they made at Tesla, and as a result of learning from those mistakes, they have gifted upon the world this thing. And this thing is off the scale good. Absolutely off the scale good. And crackers fast. Really bonkers fast this thing is.
The Air's EV powertrain is right at the cutting edge when it comes to outputs, charging times, range and outright performance. Its batteries can be charged from 0 to 80% in less than 20 minutes from a supercharger point to still give over 300 miles. Go for the top spec GT, which costs €133,000, and you get a bigger 112 kilowatt hour battery pack, which produces 819 bhp to give a 0 to 62 time of just 3.2 seconds, a top speed of 168 miles an hour.
And it has a real world range of way over 400 miles. I think the official range is 516 miles, but that's in like super maximum efficiency mode. I've asked them, go on, be realistic. If you're just driving it as you would, not flat out fast, but not trying to eke out every last mile, what's the range? And they say at least 400, maybe 450. I sound like an EV salesman here. I'm not meant to be. I'm just totally blown away by this car. It's that good. It's that refined. It's that well thought out, well resolved, well engineered. It's bloody brilliant, this thing.
So are there any downsides? Well, the Air's brakes have a lot of regen force behind them and can feel a bit too punchy to begin with, although you can tweak the strength of this on the move, and you do get used to it pretty quickly. The rear seats are also curiously thin on toys to play with, given that this is where most owners will surely spend most of their time. And although the car disguises its curb weight extremely well most of the time, the big brakes do give off a nasty pong if you drive the car hard, downhill particularly, for any length of time. Having said that, they don't fade, which is the main thing.
There's only one big problem with it as far as I can see, and that's that they're not going to sell it in the UK, and they're not, for the foreseeable future, going to make one in right-hand drive. They're going to make an SUV on this platform, a kind of Cayenne size SUV, Q7 style SUV, and then they're going to make a mid-size car in much bigger numbers. That might go on sale in the UK in right-hand drive, and that, if it does, will be one heck of a car. In the meantime, incredible Lucid Air. To do this much in such a short space of time is extraordinary.
Make no mistake, the Lucid Air is an extraordinary car, one that alters the gene pool of car design pretty much forever and for all sorts of reasons, all of them good. No wonder it's just been voted World Luxury Car of the Year, and remember, for Lucid, this is only just the beginning.